reverse, left indicator, right indicator, hazards,
we're off on another road trip. Where are we going, dear?
Askem Bryan, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nurseries Caravan Park.
Yes.
So, let's go. Okay, let's get the awning up. Okay, here's the setup for this outing. We've got the Vanguard 2025 model awning, same colours etc. that go with the Swift Basecamp 2 Caravan. Now, one of the things I keep doing is tripping over the guide rope, so I shall stand clear. We've got a fully serviced pitch. So there's obviously the electric point. My wife's having a good read in there about the site. We have direct water mains feed, and there is where your grey water waste would go. I haven't got a hose long enough, so we're not using that. We're using the little tank. Luckily it's not too muddy today. So there we go, there's our grey water waste. Got all the security on as usual. Even though it's quite a blustery day, it is quite warm. This awning comes with what I call a little garage, a little storage area. Have you learned much, dear?
Yes. No open fires, fire pits or bowls.
Well, alright, that's it. Pack up then, we're off. I like a fire.
But they do permit barbecues, disposable ones, and they have stands available at reception for a returnable deposit of £10, so you don't burn the grass.
Well, we have a fireboard, don't we? We have a proper fireboard.
Yes, but they won't allow open fires.
Yes. Well, I mean for the barbecue, we've got a proper. So there we go, there's our setup inside. Now I think for this trip we're going to leave the bed set up after tonight and then sort of live in the awning, really, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
because we've got it set up with the table, and yeah, there's no need to, once we've set the bed up tonight, there's no reason for us to obviously try and pack it all up and all the rest of it, because we're just going to stay in the awning for today and Saturday, and then I think yeah, and then just pack it up sort of Sunday morning, really.
Sunday morning before we go.
Yeah.
So the telly's all tuned in now, so I've done all that. So just a little look at the site. It's very peaceful here, surrounded by fields. On some of the reviews for the site, it did say you could hear the road. I can't actually hear the road, if I'm honest. There we go. So what do you think of the cooking facilities?
Well, as you can see, I have it all set up. So I have my chopping board, and I have my very cute little draining board that we found in Lidl. Thank you, Lidl. Because that was the only thing that we didn't have. And we thought we're never going to find one in a month for Sundays. But we found one perfectly to fit the caravan. So we're super happy at that. Hob is lovely. I love this hob. Super easy to use. You just literally press it down, it'll tick tick tick, gas comes on, sorted. Tells you big flame, little flame, absolutely fine, so you know what you're doing with that. Now the oven is another matter, because unfortunately what happens with the oven is the oven actual bit is brilliant. You turn your gas on, you flick your little igniter, you keep it pressed in for about 30 seconds and then it's fine, you can let go. However, I'm finding a slight problem with the grill. It won't stay on. So I need to query that with the caravan people that we got the caravan from, and say that I'm finding a bit of a fault with it, because I go to put the top grill on, it lights up fine, but every time I let go after 30 seconds, and I've even stood there for 5 full minutes with my hand on the button still pressed in, and I've stood there for a full 5 minutes, and still it goes off the moment I let the button go. So basically you leave that pressed in, and then for that 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds it should stay on, but it doesn't. So we can't use the grill at the moment for that reason, that it just won't stay on. And I'm not going to stand, you know, cooking my bacon and that, keeping that button pressed in like an idiot. So so yeah, unfortunately that is a bit of a fault. But with regards to, as you can see, cutting and chopping and all the rest of it, absolutely fine. This is a perfectly decent workspace. You know, the fridge is great, the drawers are really nice and deep. I've got all my cooking utensils in there, and then we've got pots and pans that go in there, which are really good. You've got extra little side cupboards, so if you want any soups, I've got them stored in there. The fridge, absolutely fine. I've got my little fridge, and as you can see, rammed everything in it. So yeah, so we're not going to go hungry or thirsty anytime soon on that one. And then, as you can see, we treated ourselves to a little Dolce Gusto, which we can either pull the plug bit up here for and plug it in that way. At the moment we were doing green tea, so we had the kettle on.
Now there was one little thing I noticed with the plug. Do you want to pull the...
Yeah, and show. Yeah. So the thing we kept saying about was the plugs. We felt the plugs are facing the wrong way, because once you've pulled your little thing up...
Now apparently...
I can stick that in there, but...
Try that.
Yeah.
See if you can get another plug in.
Well, that's what I was going to do. If you just excuse me for a moment, I'll unplug that. So, oh no.
No.
Yeah, that's not letting me.
Doesn't push in all the way.
It doesn't push all the way in. So then, obviously, I'd have to use that one, the bottom one, and that's the only way I could get it to do. So, obviously, not brilliant, unfortunately. So, I plugged my kettle in there anyway. So
what's the inside the oven like? Do you want to just quickly open the oven?
Yeah, inside the oven. Do excuse my chorizo fish cakes. Oven nice and spacious. There's a little front grill. That's actually 2 trays. I've just kept them inside one another. Then you have like your grill tray for your bacon. But as I said, I can't get the grill to work. But as you can see, the flame's lovely and hot, and yeah, it's a decent size. You could get a full-size chicken going on in there if you wanted one.
I'll tell you one thing, when the oven is on, it kicks off some heat, doesn't it?
It does, yes. It does warm up things.
So all good. So a tour around the kitchen and the gas system.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And our dinner's doing it beautifully.
Yes.
Yes.
We've got carrots and sweet potato, is it?
Sweet potato, carrots and chorizo.
Here we have the welfare facilities. Which aren't too bad, to be fair. And a washing up area.
Eat tonight, tomorrow night.
Baby change unit. Oh, pizzas. We having pizzas there?
Yeah.
There we go.
You can order for the comfort of your pitch. Just head over and order. There you go. So I've got that on there.
What do you think then, Dave? First impressions?
Yeah, shower cubicles and everything looks nice. Toilet doors are a bit weird because they open inwards, so you have to sort of stand over the loo to close the door. But apart from that,
Like a pine wood setting.
yeah,
Park.
it's definitely got entertain the kids.
Yeah.
And then you got your glamping stuff up there. Your converted horse trailer motorhome thing. It's nice for the children.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's sort of like gives you the feel you're set in the woodland.
Yes.
Converted horse box.
Yeah, there's all your conversions. Your glamping, apparently. Look at the sculptures. Your owls.
Yeah. Should we go in basketball later, Dave?
I didn't think to bring one, to be fair.
So we're having a walk to the Nag's Head pub. And my wife's just behind me there. And it is a stunning evening.
It is.
Now the site owner said the road we were on is a quiet one, but there's been a bit of a few cars. So going from Nurseries Caravan Park site to Askem Bryan it's a walk along the road really. So although it's not too bad, to be fair. Well, I'm not so sure if it's in the dark because there's no lighting.
Conservation village.
Conservation village, so pint of Timothy Taylor.
Glassino.
Here's everyone. So we've just got back and we got into trouble. We had that walk of shame.
Oh, we did.
So when you come to this site,
I felt proper naughty.
yeah, you get an individual code to get in, and we forgot it, and we sort of, you know, we thought the gates would be closed about 10, and they weren't. And what did you say, course? You people. You people. We are base campers. That's what you people is. We are base campers. Yeah.
And we
base campers.
And we are first time base campers, and we've not been to that many sites, and we've not been to one that closes a bloody gates that early, to be honest.
So I mean, fair play, she came out and opened the gate, let us in. So we weren't kipping on the road all night, but yeah, so our mistake.
Yes, for which we were truly sorry.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't do it intentionally.
So, all good, all good. So now I'm going to have a nice Guinness and I'm going to do some editing. So, I'm doing some grafting and doing some editing. And my wife is chilling. Oh yeah, I've got a pint of Guinness on the go. Look at that. So, what's my wife up to? You are living the base camp life.
I am. And this is the very comfy bed, which we do have a mattress topper for. And it's quite a thick mattress topper, to be fair, but super, super comfy. And I've got my winter quilt with my winter cover on, okay, because it's still a little bit nippy. But yeah, otherwise, all is good. Currently watching season 3 of Reacher on Amazon Prime.
Boring.
Really not. Go away. This is why you're in the awning and I'm cozy in here.
So the awning will be known now as the man cave.
No, it's really not. No. It's where we sit leisurely.
Enjoy Reacher.
Thank you.
So I've got my iPad, my keyboard and my mouse, pint of Guinness, or water of course, and our Caravan Club light. So all good.